Hey, I'm Felicia Giouzelis, a master healer, and I'm here to talk to you today about abandonment wound healing. How do you go about healing the abandonment core wound if that is something that you are dealing with in your life? To heal the abandonment core wound, we need to look at areas of your life where you are experiencing some state of loss. Whether money comes into your account and then it's gone again the next day. Those of you that deal with money stuff, you know what I'm talking about. This is that energy of like right when you get some extra money, an unexpected expense comes up, right? That's an abandonment energy. Or maybe right when you set some time aside for yourself, you want to take a day off, something comes up and somebody needs you, right? We want to isolate all of those areas and go, okay, hold on. When I'm prioritizing myself, what happens? What wrench gets thrown into my plans that makes things impossible to stick with, right? That kind of veers me off track. You want to look at those areas first. Just take out a journal and write them down so you can become conscious of them, aware of them, right? That's the first step, is like write them down. Write down where the dysfunction is, and that of course is things are not flowing easily, they're not flowing well, you're struggling to get things moving in a certain area. We're looking for a start or stop type of energy. Write all of those areas down, take as much time as you need. You can also pause this here if you want to do it right now. Once you're done with that, I want you to pick one area just to start with and ask yourself one question. What does this say about me? We're not coming at this question from blame. We're coming at this question from responsibility. Where are you contributing to this that you're aware of in some way? For example, with the money that I used earlier, the money example, right? A question you can ask yourself if you have that type of thing going on is, do I believe that this is going to happen? Do you actually have a belief that whenever you get some money, it's always gone again? If so, you have your answer. You want to work on removing that belief from your consciousness, from your belief system. However you do that, whatever tools you use to do that, you want to shift that belief and start to create a new belief for yourself that isn't involved with loss, an energy of loss. Because remember, abandonment is all about believing that you're going to lose things. Money is a form of love, by the way. So if money comes in and money goes out again, it's because you have a belief that maybe you're not good enough to receive money. Maybe you don't trust yourself, right? Maybe you don't think you're going to spend it wisely. I know some people. I worked with a client recently that had a belief that he didn't want to get more money because it meant it would be part of his divorce, right? We have these beliefs that stop us from, wanting to bring in more money. And one of those could be that you're afraid people are going to take that money from you. And that's just one example. You can apply these questions and just fill in the blank with what you might have going on. But to heal the abandonment core wound, we need to start looking at where you feel you are at a loss, because abandonment is the energy of loss. When you're healing abandonment, the other thing you want to do is look at your relationship with your parents. The reason for this is abandonment starts in childhood, or it starts to get triggered in childhood. So processing pain from childhood is critically important to be able to move forward, because abandonment is actually the energy of the wounded inner child. So there are beliefs. By the way, your entire belief system gets created between age 1 day and 7 years old. So if you haven't worked on clearing your belief system and really resetting it and writing and creating a foundation that represents who you are with your own beliefs that have nothing to do with the beliefs that were passed down to you in your ancestry, from your parents, from society, from the schools you went to, there is an opportunity to do that. It's easier than you might think, but you need to start with really looking at that relationship that you have with your family or lack thereof. And this doesn't mean you know, you need to go back to any kind of toxic environment or something that doesn't work for you. It simply means that you're kind of opening yourself up to seeing things differently for your own healing, for your own forgiveness process, for you to be able to move past this energy of wounding, the wounded inner child, to the next archetype, which is the magical child, right? The part of you that believes that everything is possible. That's how we resolve abandonment. So if you don't believe that everything is possible right now, that's okay, but you need to start working on the beliefs first and really shifting those, and then starting to play with the universe a little bit and see what's possible for you when you start to step into this energy of believing that you can create whatever it is that you want to create. It's very powerful once you really step into that. But of course, we have to look at, you know, fears, traumas, what I call the shadow, what many people call the shadow. I call it the shadow goddess because it's very much a feminine energy that is repressed deep down inside because it has to do with emotions. And for women especially, emotions tend to get repressed due to some type of masculine control. Doesn't mean it was from a man. It could be a woman in your life that was very controlling, more in her masculine, that wasn't comfortable with emotions and things like that, that caused you to kind of retreat and go within. I see this a lot with highly sensitive people, highly spiritual people that were just incarnated into families that were really aggressive, abrasive, not connected to their feelings, and now they've shut down. You know, their emotions are shut down and disconnected, and their intuition is foggy because of that. So it's possible to reconnect all of this. Absolutely. Healing the abandonment core wound is totally possible. So we have a lot more videos coming. Subscribe and hit that bell if you want to see them when they go live. And I'll see you on the next one.